Hello, hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. I have a brand new haul for you guys, and in this, there are 4 PRs and one perfume I have purchased for myself. So I actually jumped on this perfume so quickly. Actually, two of you suggested me to go for this because this is a very close dupe for Atomic Rose, and apparently the internet has been raving about it. So I just had to get my hands on it because if you know, I do quite like the DNA of Atomic Rose, but nothing quite came close to it. It was Amethyst initially, which was, I'm not even sure if it was supposed to be a dupe for it or not, but the bottle looks very similar. But it went in a completely different direction. If you guys know, Amethyst is one of my favorite perfumes ever. Then you have Infinity Rose from Maison Alhambra, which was also supposed to be a close dupe, but I personally did not think it was the same DNA, but not close enough, right? So today I have for you a perfume called Rose Mystery Intense by Al Wataniya. Now, the bottle is pretty cute as well. It looks very similar to the Infinity Rose bottle, but the print is different. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say. This perfume is so beautiful. The moment I sprayed this, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna love this perfume. I'm gonna love it so much. I'm gonna use it so much. More during winter or probably during evenings. Even maybe before bedtime because it's a very sexy perfume. But I just went into this fragrance coma. If you guys know, that was how I felt when I first smelled Amethyst. Now, for comparison's sake, I do have the Infinity Rose and I do have the Amethyst as well. And here, this is what I'm trying to say. The bottles are nearly identical. Color is a bit different, cap is a little different, but come on, the bottle is like quite literally the same. The color of the bottle is like also slightly different. Now, first let me describe Rose Mystery Intense. I need to memorize this name because let me just call it Rose Mystery, you know. The top notes for this are Sicilian bergamot and mandarin orange. Middle notes are Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, and then rose oil as well. And then you have Egyptian jasmine and jasmine sambac. And then in the base notes, you have something called Georgie wood, frankincense, Madagascar vanilla, ambrofix, and akigala wood. Again, super dark. Of course, atomic rose. This is called Rose Mystery Intense. And I could not have thought of a better name for it. The only ingredient I feel missing from this is musk. I clearly smell a musk, and the musk is very similar to the one in Delina. So it has the beautiful roses of Atomic Rose and the jasmine, of course, but it also has the sexy part of Delina. Tell me, when you lay your nose on this, do you smell that sexiness of Delina? Now, if you guys know, I'm not very fond of Delina just because of that green note. If that green note was not that strong, I can still wear Delina. Unlike some of the clones, I can wear Delina. I don't hate the perfume. It's just that DNA was overdone. So if anybody has a misconception that I hate Delina, I don't hate it. I just did not get the hype of that perfume. I do have small decants of Delina for comparison's sake, right? On Fragrantica, this got like 4.1 or something. And by the way, this perfume is sold for like less than $25. I think I got it for like $20 or even less maybe. Because it was available on discount. First of all, it's a very cheap perfume because it's from Al Wataniya. Plus, it was very heavily discounted. So I barely paid like 65, 70 dirhams, which is about, yeah, just slightly less than $20. It's worth every penny. Even if this perfume was above $50, I think it would still be worth it. It's predominantly a rose musk perfume, but you do have some kind of jasmine coming in, but jasmine is not the predominant note, right? Like in first sniff, you just smell roses, and I can clearly smell like a very heavy musk. It also has a whole lot of vanilla, which makes it more feminine, more pretty. It has some mystery notes. I really do need to understand what Georgie wood is. I know Akigala wood is like a synthetic note, which also adds some kind of, it's a mystery note, they call it. Like, you know, it has darkness, it has some kind of animalic notes, it has some sweetness as well. So there are multiple things in the background that you will not be able to identify or say, this is so-and-so note. There's a lot of synthetic notes in the background as well, but those just smell very perfumey and not something that will irk you. I don't see anybody not liking this perfume unless they absolutely despise roses. I don't think this smells vintage either. So, like for me, if you know me, I don't like roses when they go vintage, right? This perfume, however, oh my goodness, like this is a 10 out of 10 for me. Let me just burst the bubble right there. Tell you, kill the suspense. 10 out of 10. I would buy this again and again and again. Now, I want to do a side by side comparison for all the three. So, let me spray the Rose Mystery first. In the middle, I'm going to have Infinity Rose because I think these two are closer than Amethyst, because Amethyst kind of like goes in a completely different direction. First, let me just compare it to Infinity Rose so that we don't get too confused. This is Infinity Rose and this is your Rose Mystery. See, Infinity Rose is close, but it is just a very cold rose. I don't see multiple layers to it. I don't think it's sexy. This, on the other hand, like Atomic Rose, it's very, very sexy. Also, the citrus notes in the Infinity Rose are much, much more stronger as opposed to your Rose Mystery. Now, let me compare this to my Amethyst from the Badi Al Oud by Latafa. They're very different from each other. So no, let's just not even talk about this one because I'm telling you this does not smell like Atomic Rose, right? Amethyst does not smell like Atomic Rose. This, yes, it does. And I think if you're looking for a dupe for Atomic Rose, this is the closest one you're gonna find. I don't think you can come closer than this. Like, if you're looking for a rose that is sexy, modern, sweet, but it just makes you feel good about yourself, it'll make you feel pretty, happy, beautiful, go for this one. Mind you, this is a brand new bottle, 3 days old, so this is going to macerate, it's going to change, it's going to oxidize. A lot of things are going to happen inside that bottle, a lot of chemical reactions. So just wait for my maceration update. But I'll tell you one thing, I don't need it to macerate. I'm going to keep like wearing this perfume a lot. And once winter sets in, I feel this is going to be one of those perfumes that I'm going to lean towards a lot. So the projection is like 3 to 4 feet and the longevity was 8+ hours. It's crazy how much it's lasting. And when I was thinking of assigning a celebrity to this, I just kept thinking of which dark feminine actress I should give this to. A lot of things came to my mind. Of course, like when I think of dark feminine, I first think of Monica Bellucci, or I think of Megan Fox, Angelina Jolie, like all these people come to my mind. But for this one, I just felt it should be Lana Del Rey. Like think of Lana Del Rey, but when she has like dark hair and dark feminine looks about her. Kind of how she looked like in Blue Jeans music video, you know. I think this perfume describes her perfectly well. Speaking of sexy, this new perfume that I have got from Gulf Orchid, it's called Sweet Heaven Extreme. And when I saw this bottle, I was like, please let this not be a dupe for Angel Share. I was like, if I smell one more bottle that smells like Angel Share, I'm so done with it. But you know what? The color kind of got me. I was like, this color does not look like Angel Share. Yes, the bottle very much looks like a, alcohol, like a glass of serving some kind of drink. I was like, this does not look like the color of... First of all, the bottle is absolutely stunning. And the moment I smelled this, I was like, dude, this is nothing like Angel Share. It does have something about Angel Share, but this is very heavy on cherry liquor. It's very heavy on coffee. It's very heavy on boozy notes, So I was like, oh my gosh, this is smelling like a mixture of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, Carolina Herrera Good Girl, and Angel Share, of course. Like all three of them, if you put it into one perfume. And those three are like very, very good, very, very sexy perfumes. So I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold. This has got 4.92 on Fragrantica. Like 4.9. I don't think I've known any other, but I think it's not got many, many reviews. But this is like one of those perfumes that are gonna get you massive compliments. It's definitely a fall-winter perfume because it'll choke people out. In summer, this is going to be just way too strong unless you want to wear it in the evenings or something. If you want to make an impression, you have to wear this perfume. The top notes for this are coffee, lavender and bergamot, middle notes of tonka and geranium, and the middle notes of cherry liquor, sandalwood and musk. Weirdly enough, I'm getting very hints of like coconut shavings, but I can't be certain. But there's some note in it that's giving off this, it's imitating coconut, The coffee note is not very overwhelming. The lavender is there as a coldness, but it does not make it masculine. Bergamot is very mild. It doesn't smell like a citrus, but it more adds like a support to the coffee to cut into its bitterness. Then you get your tonka, and geranium tonka again is not leaning too heavy and making it like cloying or anything. I'm not sensing much almond or at all actually almond. I don't know why I thought. When I think of tonka, I already, already imagine it pairing with almond for some reason, right? Geranium is there. It's present like it's you can smell it for sure. And then you have your cherry liquor, sandalwood, and musk. This is there in like bomb. It's like tons of this note, right? I also feel it has like bourbon vanilla because it does smell very, very bourbon to me. This is a dominating perfume. If you wear this, no one will be able to smell anybody else's perfume except for yours. This is literally like walking into a room and demanding attention, like look at me kind of perfume. The cherry in this smells like, you know, you get those bottles of cherry, which is like marinated in sugar syrup or some kind of syrup. But it's the cherry smells like that. And think of those cherries added to like bourbon, you know, how it would smell like. It's a very stunning perfume. First of all, the bottle is so impressive. This can be unisex, but it leans. Actually, you know what? If a guy wears it, it'll smell masculine. If a girl wears it, it'll smell feminine. But I don't want to scare off girls because I know a lot of y'all think that I am okay with masculine perfumes or wearing masculine perfumes. That is not true. If it's unisex and leaning masculine, I can wear it, but I don't actually go ahead and wear masculine fragrances, right? This one does lean slightly feminine. It's unisex, but slightly feminine. Thanks to the cherry, and I'm telling you that bourbon vanilla is there quite strongly as well. But unlike Angel Share, which was very like definitely unisex but leaning towards masculine fragrance, this, however, is like definitely like a bit towards the feminine side. It's a very beautiful perfume, like 10 out of 10. You know what? This is like also going to be one of my winter reaches, easy reaches. Plus the bottle is super cute. It's not awkward, not too fat, not too weird, not square or anything. It's nice. The feeling, you know me with experiences of spraying perfume, I like this a lot. It does look quite vintage, the bottle. I'm not kidding. The projection for this perfume is like 4 to 5 feet. Longevity 8 plus hours. I'm being conservative and saying 8 plus hours. It has crazy projection, crazy, insane beast mode performance. And the celebrity, when I thought of it, I was like, it has to be somebody who's like a firecracker person, somebody who's very bold. And you know, that girl came to my mind. She was there in Sucker Punch and she was in Hunger Games as well. And her name is Jenna Malone. But for some reason, I thought of her from Sucker Punch and not from Hunger Games, you know. Next, we have two more perfumes from Riffs, and the first one is something which I have been seeing all over the net, like a lot. And I was glad they sent this to me. This is called Rose de Soleil. And yes, it has the same cap. Now, I was afraid, but guess what? Doesn't fall off. For everybody who knows this cap, they know it never fits the bottle. It was there in the Al-Absar, if you remember that one. It is there in the Andalib, you know, for Latafa. And they never fit on those bottles. But on this one, first of all, the bottle is super cute. I did kind of assume that this would be a dupe for Scandal, you know, and I was right. Because this perfume not only looks like the same bottle, I just wish that this was not called Rose de Soleil because it smells nothing like roses at all. It smells very much like your Scandal, maybe with a little bit more of very synthetic citrus notes, which is giving it a little bit of a twist in the opening. So in the opening, it's not very overwhelming. It doesn't make you feel like choky, weird, you know. The top notes are blood orange and mandarin orange. Heart notes of honey, gardenia, orange blossom, jasmine and peach. Base notes of vanilla, patchouli, woody notes and ambroxan. Now, the opening of that citrus, the fake citruses, the artificial citruses, goes away really fast, and the dominant notes in this are jasmine and gardenia. You can strongly smell like a super sweet, very creamy, very thick syrupy gardenia and jasmine, and you feel like that because it has like tons and tons of honey in it. The honey is a little less compared to Scandal, but it's still a very, very honey note. So if you guys don't like honey notes, so if you guys don't like honey in perfumes, beware. This one has like tons of it. The honey is not turning very realistic. Like when you smell the honey, it doesn't smell like that. It smells like a very perfumey honey. I don't know if this is going to make sense to you guys or not. Let's just say that it smells like a whiff of honey, but not really opening a jar of honey and smelling it, right? The base notes, although it has woody notes and everything, it has ambroxan. This perfume overall, like even because of those base notes, it makes it very, very heavy. So this perfume is quite heavy, as in when I say heavy, it'll sink. If you put it under water, it'll sink kind of a thing, you know, it's viscous. Plus it smells a little heady, like it is a thick perfume. So it is definitely a perfume that will claw you very easily. I think that you should not even wear this in fall. You should only wear this during winters. It is a beautiful fragrance. You know what? Like initially when I had smelled Scandal, I was not very happy with it. But the more I'm smelling it recently, I'm liking it. And this is why I keep saying that, you know, people's taste, it changes. And I'll try to get a vial of the original Scandal as well because I have a lot of dupes recently that I've been receiving. They are honestly not all closed dupes. They all are like a twist of Scandal. Be mindful, the ambroxan in this, the heavy patchouli, the honey, gardenia, jasmine, they all are very heavy notes, very heady notes, right? So this might be a little bit of a migraine inducing perfume for some people. And I know that's the same feeling people got from Scandal as well, right? I quite like it. I'm going to wear this during winter. This is going to come in December, Jan. I'm going to wear it during that time. Maybe sometimes during the house. I do quite like the bottle. I love the way they've placed the sticker and everything. It looks very pretty. And I don't know, just overall this bottle looks like super cute and super pretty. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because, again, this is going to be a very selective perfume for me. It's not like I'm going to wear it all the time. It's not an easy grab. And also for me to recommend it to you guys, I know a lot of people might find this headache inducing, right? But if you like the DNA of Scandal, if you don't have a problem with honey as a note, go for it because this perfume is something which is very likable. I'm sure if I wear this perfume, a lot of people are going to compliment me, but I cannot go heavy-handed with this. Wherever I go, I have to wear this in moderation and then top it off like once in a while, not just spray like tons of sprays and step out, you know. The projection is a good 3 feet, longevity is of 7 to 8 hours. And when I was thinking of a celebrity for this, I was like, it has to be somebody who's very composed, very popular, like very there in the media, but it cannot be a person who's too much of like a show off or something. And I don't know, Beyonce came to my mind. So I'm going to give, I don't think I've ever assigned a perfume to Beyonce. So this would be for Beyonce. I have 2 more perfumes to go, and the next one is again from Nusuk. So Riffs, if you know, so Riffs perfume is Riffs and Nusuk perfumes. They're the same company under the same umbrella, 2 different brands, Riffs and Nusuk. So this is from Nusuk and this is called Ajwa. Yes, I know it's very confusing because there are other perfumes also with the name Ajwa. I am okay with this perfume and I'll tell you why. This smells like Amirat Al Arab and Amirati by Al Wataniya. So of course I was a little disappointed. I'm like, there you go again, you know. But then when I started smelling it, I was like, you know what? This out of the 3 is the least Play-Doh smell. So if you were finding the Play-Doh or doll head note in Amirat Al Arab and in Amirati a little bit too much, this is leaning more floral than the doll heads notes. The top notes for this is pear, rhubarb and blackcurrant, heart notes of tuberose, orange rose and rose. The top notes for this are pear, rhubarb and blackcurrant, middle notes of tuberose, orange flower and rose, and the base notes of sandalwood, hazelnut and woody notes. It retails for around $30 only. I do quite like this one. Like I know I will probably again wear this only during winter, fall winter as a matter of fact, because if you know Amirat Al Arab, it is not a grab and go perfume during heat and peak heat, right? For everybody who likes the DNA of Ralph Lauren's woman, you're gonna like this because this is again in the same direction. This smells like a designer perfume. Amirat Al Arab and Amirati does not smell exactly like a designer perfume. It smells slightly niche where you feel like some people might like it, some people might not, just because it's very heavy on the doll head. This on the other hand smells very like you can like it easily, you can like wear it easily. Anybody who likes heavy florals is gonna like this perfume. The rhubarb, luckily, you know me, I don't like rhubarb as a note. It's not rhubarбing too hard. It's not green, it's not earthy, it's not weird. The pear is very similar to the one in La Givenchy's L'Entité. The dominant flower over here, I would say, is the orange flower and tuberose. The rose is there in like a very mild way. So I wouldn't call this a rose perfume. It smells like a sophisticated white florals with a woody base. In short, if I have to describe this perfume. And it has a slight bit of creaminess of sandalwood combined with hazelnut. And the hazelnut is also smelling a little bit creamy and nutty as well. It smells like a very well put together woman, a woman who, who has achieved things in life and she's already settled down, I'm not saying it's a mature woman, it's just a woman who has everything for her, going for herself. And if I tell you the celebrity comparison for this, you'll understand what I'm saying. I would give this to a older Audrey Hepburn. Lantity was like the younger one, right? This would be Audrey Hepburn, like much older. I'll try to put a picture for you guys so that you know which era of hers I'm talking about. The projection for this is, again, a good projection is 3 to 4 feet. And the longevity is, again, it lasts very well, 7 to 8 hours. It's a super feminine fragrance and guys cannot get away with it. At least I don't think so. The next perfume is a perfume I've received from Khadlaj. And this was sent for Ali actually. It is called Musk Al Sabah, which literally translates to morning musk. That's the bottle. Of course, it's a very, very, very masculine looking bottle. And the perfume is also super masculine. It smells like a guy who's just stepped out of the shower and he has worn a lot of cologne. It's ultra fresh, very citrus heavy, a very manly perfume meant for summer. I mean, it literally smells like something you would splash on, a guy would splash on in the summer heat, like a cologne or aftershave or something. It's definitely something he will wear after a morning shower, The top notes for this are woody notes, amber and gaiac wood, heart notes of toffee, apple and sun notes, and the base notes of musk, oriental notes and amber. Although they've written oriental notes, I'm not sure what they're talking about. Maybe they mean tea or some kind of tea leaves or something. I'm not sure because I do kind of smell like a little bit of tea leaves going on, but like way at the back, right? So it's not really dominant in that. Now, if you know me, you know I'm not very good at describing men's fragrances, but I can tell you if I will like it on Ali or not, and I'm gonna love this on him. I will love this on him. It's one of those perfumes. I'm sorry. Okay, what I'm gonna tell you, please don't take it take it with a grain of salt. You smell this on guys normally who come freshly dressed to a club. They're like usually good looking or, somebody who is wearing a little bit of that macho, masculine, sporty fragrance. And women naturally just gravitate towards that perfume because it smells very good, Yes, it's very generic. The perfume probably will not cost an arm and a leg. It doesn't smell niche at all. But women gravitate towards smell like this, And this is one of those perfumes. It's very fresh, very sporty, very masculine, very gives off like testosterone vibe. If you know what I'm talking about, think of one of those Axe ads, and how they show a guy and women chasing him. This is one of those perfumes. Of course, like it's very easily likable. It's a easy grab and go. You don't need to think too much. This is one of those perfumes when you don't know what to wear. A guy should just grab this and wear it. You just know he'll smell good in any situation. If he's going to the gym, he's gonna smell good. If he wears this to the office, he's gonna smell good. If he goes dressed up somewhere for a date or a dinner with friends or something, he's gonna smell good. Whether he's wearing a suit, he'll smell good. If he's wearing a t-shirt, he's gonna smell good. This is that perfume. Like you can just wear it in any situation. And I don't think somebody will not like this perfume. Plus, it's like dirt cheap. It's like $20 or so. So I do like this perfume a lot, and I'm sure Ali is gonna wear this and wear it and finish it very, very quickly. I'll give you an update on this one if he liked it or not. For a guy, I would say this is a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 as a matter of fact, because I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 because a perfume needs to be really, really, really like blow my mind if it has to get 10. I'm giving this a 9 or 9.5 just because I know everybody will like this perfume. I don't see anybody not liking this perfume. It's a fresh, woody, musky amber perfume with some fruity notes. It's a very typically guy fragrance. I don't think a girl can wear this. I would never, ever, ever wear this perfume on myself because I do think this leans like fully masculine. The projection is like 3 to 4 feet, and the longevity is definitely 7 to 8 hours. It'll last like a very, very long time. Uh, the celebrity, you know what? The only one person came to my mind, and it was Matthew McConaughey. But think of him during his Surfer Boys days, you know, when he used to come in those movies where he used to be a little bit like very bro, you know, and I honestly did not find him attractive at that time at all. You know, now, like once, like, you know, he started doing mature movies and everything, I actually like the guy. But you know how that image of his during that time, very surfer boy kind of scent. I like it. I like it. I would love to smell this on Ali. I think it'll be very attractive on him, and I think he's gonna finish this perfume super fast. Out of the entire lot, two perfumes really caught my attention. One was the Rose Mystery Intense, and the other one is the, what's the name? Sweet Heaven Extreme. Why are these names so confusing? Rose Mystery Intense, Sweet Heaven Extreme. Oh my god, just give it like an easy name where I can remember and not use the words extreme, intense, or so many other words, you know. But yeah, these two are like my favorites, like 10 out of 10. Beautiful. I think I'm gonna wear this to work today. And oh no, it's summer, it's very hot, but I don't care. This one, on the other hand, yeah, I don't have the guts to wear this just as yet, but I know this will be like finishing super fast, super quick. Guys, before this becomes too popular, because I know people are like beginning to notice this perfume, get it. If you like rose perfumes, this is a no-brainer for you. If you like goth perfumes, no brainer for you. And if you are not even very fond of roses, but sometimes you like a slight niche version of a rose, go for it. Not smelling like an old lady at all, you know. As a matter of fact, let me just spray it right now, because oh my gosh, it's sexy. It's sexy. Just remember my words. When you smell it, let me know. Do you smell the musk in this? Do you smell like that little bit of pink pepper kind of with the musk, you know? Which just makes it like smell super, super sexy. So beautiful. I think I sprayed too much. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.